I'm Robin from couponingjourney.com, and I want to show you something that is essential in my frugal and simple lifestyle that I'm always trying to find more of, and that is, surprisingly, my Amazon Kindle. It has just changed the way that I'm able to organize things and keep my life simple. One way it keeps my life simple is everything is in one spot. As a mother of two boys ages 4 and 6, sometimes I have trouble finding things, including my sanity. But my Kindle, everything's in one spot. I can organize so many things on here, and it just makes it a lifesaver for me as long as I don't lose it, which I never have, and I have very strict rules about little fingers touching this. I have everything I need right here. I've opted for the 3G version so that I can access the internet everywhere, but they have the much cheaper versions with just the Wi-Fi that I recommend just as well as the 3G. I haven't needed the 3G version quite as much as I thought I would. I'm an avid reader. If you're an avid reader, you will love this. One of the reasons that I chose it is because you can sit out in the sun and you can still see it. If you've ever tried to read your laptop or your phone, or I've even heard the Barnes & Noble Nook has problems with this. If you've ever tried to read those out in the sun, you can't. The contrast just isn't good. This is like reading a book. I've tried it. You actually sit out in the sun and read it, and it's not very good. So one thing that, until you actually see a Kindle face to face, you cannot imagine how thin it is. My nose is wider than this thing. It is amazing. It's light, but it does so much to simplify my life. I do so many things to try to keep our life frugal and simple, and I'm telling you, this thing has made my life so much easier in that quest. Now I actually want to take you and show you features on my Kindle that have helped me simplify my life. Okay, here we're back with the Kindle. First off, I'll show you, they have screensavers, random screensavers pop up just like you would expect on your computer. One thing you'll notice, this is in black and white. I have no problem with this, and as I'll tell you later, my kids don't either. My kids are 4 and 6, never seen a black and white TV in their life. I thought they would freak out when they saw things were in black and white, and they don't even notice, which I find hilarious. Okay, the first thing we're going to do to kind of wake it up, do this. You're going to see I have several lists. You're going to see I'm currently reading 7 books. I can group these however I want. If you like lists, you are in luck. Here's all the lists I have. And you're simply going to just click to open it, and once you open it, there's your books. You can arrange these lists however you want. There's all sorts of tutorials online to tell you how to build lists in your Kindle. Okay, you'll see I've pulled up my website, the Coupon Journey, at couponjourney.com, and you'll notice right here there's a magnifying glass. That is just so you can see things closer, get a better view. I'm going to scroll over. One thing I love about this is the ability to look up coupons. If I'm in the store, I don't have one of those fancy phones like most everybody in the world has. That's one area my husband and I have chosen to cut costs. So I'm going to pull up the coupon database that I have on my website. I can take this with me literally anywhere in the world. Not that I would go to like Africa and look up a coupon, but you know, you can take this anywhere in the world with 3G technology and get on the internet. Let's say I want to go, let's say I'm at the store, I find a good deal on Ballpark hot dogs. Again, I'm going to zoom in right here, and I can type in on the handy dandy keyboard Now, I typically keep my coupons in the car, but you might bring yours in. If I find something, a crazy deal, I'll leave my cart, run out to the car and get them. Okay, and the font is rather light, so it's not going to show up well necessarily on video, but it's telling me a 75-cent off ballpark coupon from, there's a printable, which wouldn't do me a whole lot of good. And it's also telling me there's one from the May 1st Red Plum insert for 75 off of one ballpark francs. So if I were in the grocery store with my coupons either with me or out in the car, that would be helpful if I found a great sale on ballpark francs that I wasn't aware of when I entered the store. So that's one way that the Kindle can be extremely helpful for a couponer if you don't have a fancy phone or you just want another great way to use your Kindle. And let me show you one more way that the Kindle can be great. Now, I showed you earlier my lists, which if you love lists like I do, then this just makes your heart flutter. I've grouped my Kindle, if you can see it very well, by different lists. And if I'm going to a doctor's office or a sporting event that, you know, might have some dead time in it, or any place that I might have some dead time, I just throw this in my purse. And this is great. You know, I might not even know what I want to do. Will I be in the mood for fiction? Look, I've got 4 fiction books on there waiting for me to read them. I've even got games that are just waiting to be played. There's Minesweeper, Every Word. There's all sorts of games. These are free games that I've got, but there's pay games that you can get. But one thing, of course, there's, you know, literally hundreds of books that I could find for myself to read that I could show you all day long. But I've got a kids selection as well. I take this along for my kids. I've got some free fairy tales that I've downloaded for them. But I went ahead and bought a book that I have one child, particularly my 6-year-old, that is completely obsessed with Thomas the Tank Engine. So I bought him a book. He's not with me a whole lot when I have the Kindle, but I bought him a book called Misty Island Rescue. It's a Thomas the Tank Engine book. I was a little concerned that he might not like the black and white. I needn't be concerned because he has never seemed to notice that this book is in black and white, and he loves to read this book. When I first bought it for him, he was just learning to read. He was almost 6. And now he's a whiz at reading this book. Again, you'll notice the black and white, but very, very sharp pictures. Having trouble getting it to change. I'm not sure why. But this is just one more thing you can use your Kindle for. You can help it increase your productivity. It helps you bargain hunt, and it can entertain you and your children through games and books. So honestly, other than not doing backflips, there's just about nothing this Kindle can't do. Thanks for checking out my Kindle with me. I hope you agree that it is a great part of a frugal and simple household. Even if you don't end up having it as part of your frugal household, I hope I've challenged you to look at the Kindle as more than just a reading device. It's something that kind of goes beyond just something to sit down and read. It's something that can help you stay organized and maximize your time, and just can be one more tool in your tool chest for a simple and frugal lifestyle. Thanks. This is Robin from couponingjourney.com.